Hey, welcome back to the Hayden Family Farm. We got the 5250 bush hog brush cutter here. Bush hog. We had some snow, it went away, and of course the ground is soft again. Big surprise. Story of my life this year. But since the snow went away, I've been wanting to get this one field brush cut here. This is where we had sweet corn, and throughout the summer I did a video, kind of an update on how the corn did, which it didn't do very well at all because it pretty much drowned. I mean, it wasn't underwater per se, but the roots were just constantly wet in some of the wet spots in this field, and it just didn't grow. Here, I mean, here's one here. You can see there's the height. That's about up to my waist, so not quite 3 feet tall there, and obviously it didn't amount to anything. That is sort of the average size. We did have some on some of the higher knolls out there that were pretty good height. Did get a few ears of corn type of thing. We sold some of the, cut them already and sold them in the fall for corn stalk bundles for decorations. But most of this area over here, if the corn got to be a foot tall, I mean, here you can see some more right here. This is probably 2 foot tall, but as you go over that way further, it's not even a foot tall. And then of course, once the corn didn't grow, the weeds kind of took over. But I was really hoping to be able to do tillage in this field this fall, get some rye, or I had some different cover crop idea blends, mixes in mind that I wanted to do, but it's just too wet. But at least I'll be able to kind of get this brush cut down, get it decomposing, and hopefully start with a better slate next year. So let's go ahead and get started and hope we don't get stuck here. Second time around. I don't know if you can see the ice down in that hole there or not. Definitely still some wet spots. One of the reasons that we're using this tractor, it's obviously bigger than we need to run this brush cutter, but I'd really rather not get stuck. And I can feel our ground speed slowing down here a little bit on this side. We don't have the magic button engaged yet. Hopefully we won't need it. Another reason I was hoping to get this cut up some here is I have some manure that's been piled all summer that I kind of wanted to get spread before winter time, so I'd like to put it on this field. The problem with our manure is it's kind of like a pen pack type manure, but goats don't have an actual lot of manure, so most of it ends up being bedding. So it takes a while for it to compost down enough to spread on a hay field, so I usually save it for fields that are going to get tillage work, and that way it gets mixed in. Over here next to the greenhouse, I got a bunch of equipment stored in there. I don't know if you can see all along that edge, the white stuff there. That's the remnants of the snow that we had that slid off. almost done. There we go, we're all done. You can see the tires have some mud and stuff on them, but overall not bad. We'll step away from the tractor a minute. You can see spots here where the cleats dug in pretty good, but actually I am shocked at how dry the field is. And I don't mean that it's dry, but for me to just sink basically the depth of the cleats was all, that was kind of shocking to me. I thought we'd be leaving some ruts in some of these spots, and we may have in that little corner, but the rest of it is all good. So I almost feel bad that I'm not doing some tillage here, but it's getting kind of late. It's the beginning of December already. And you know, another first for me this year. You know, I did that hay, what was that, kind of mid-November-ish, second week, first, I can't remember now, first, second week in November. I've never done hay in November before, and now doing some brush cutting here. It smells good out here. It smells like chopped corn. I've never done brush cutting in December before, so again, you know, the summer's been kind of crappy and wet, but at least I'm able to get out here and do a little bit of stuff. So I'm hoping to be spreading that manure on this field and get it ready. I am not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it next year. I'm kind of thinking of putting it into hay for a bit, because it's been vegetables and corn and stuff for a while now. And well, one year it wasn't anything because it was too wet to do anything with it. That's kind of what happened with you can't really see it from here, but there's a small field right up there past the disc, and nothing happened with that one this year for the same reason, because I worked it over and would go to disc it, and then I needed to pick the rocks and it needed to be disc, but every time you go to work it, it would be wet. It would just start to dry out and bam, it would rain again. So I just, unfortunately, it was just weeds. But anyway, so hope you enjoyed the video. Kind of surprised I was able to make it, like I said. So questions, comments down below. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe, the bell icon, and the thumbs up on your way out the door. I really appreciate it. And stay tuned, because we have all kinds of videos coming up here. Just because we're hitting winter time doesn't mean that the videos are slowing down at all. We'll still be doing 2 a week without an issue. So stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.